Atlantic's handmade Aura vases are as attractive as they are easy to install. The elegant stately vases at 24, 32, and 40 inches tall are fashioned of hammered brass with an acid wash patina, perfect for creating stylish and durable water features. There are two versions of each size vase, an overflowing style where the water flows out all around the top and down the sides, and a spillway style where the water falls from a 4-inch, 6-inch, or 8-inch wide spillway. We will be installing all three sizes of overflowing Aura vases today on an EcoBlocks reservoir to create a beautiful fountain requiring little to no maintenance. A pump vault keeps the pump protected and easily accessible and provides a secure location for mounting a fill valve to keep the reservoir full automatically. Start by determining a location for the feature. It should be near enough to an existing GFI-equipped electrical outlet for the pump cord to reach. The pump should never be used with an extension cord. Avoid locating the fountain in low areas that flood to avoid extra maintenance. A reservoir of 5 EcoBlocks small with one PV7500 pump vault, 48 inches wide by 55 inches long, is sufficient for single, tandem, and triple vase installations or bowl installations, and many stone and column installs. Lay out the 5 EcoBlocks and pump vault, 2 blocks long by 3 blocks wide. The vault is typically located in the corner closest to the electrical service. Use stones or stakes at the corners, then mark or paint the line at least 12 inches wider and longer than the blocks and vault, 60 inches wide by 67 inches long, to allow ample space for backfilling. Find the lowest spot along the perimeter and excavate to a depth of 15 inches to allow sufficient depth for gravel to cover the reservoir, eco-rises, pump vault, and plumbing. Distribute the soil evenly around the hole. Dig an additional depth of 7.5 inches where the pump vault will be placed. Setting the bottom of the vault low ensures the pump inside will always be submerged and creates a convenient sump if the reservoir ever requires cleaning. Firmly tamp the bottom of the excavation and check for level. The included 13 by 13 foot liner is large enough for the reservoir and a generous skirt on all 4 sides to capture splash. Carefully spread underlayment in the excavation to protect the liner, working it down into the corners. Then set the liner with the excess evenly distributed all around. It's a good idea to place an optional, but recommended, second layer of underlayment over the liner to fully protect it top and bottom. Install the pump vault in the corner first, with the pre-drilled hole on top facing in towards the reservoir. Then set the 5 EcoBlocks in place. Check for level. The tops of the blocks should be level and even with the shoulder of the pump vault. Pull up on the fabric and liner to eliminate any slack, taking care not to lift the vault or blocks, then fold them neatly over the top of the reservoir. Repeat for the liner and outside layer of underlayment. Backfill evenly all around the reservoir 6 inches at a time, stepping the fill in firmly, taking care not to shift the EcoBlocks. Leave the fill at the level of the blocks, then grade the excess to create a shallow bowl that will return splash to the reservoir. The small berm will prevent runoff and debris from entering the reservoir. Tamp the area around the reservoir, then carefully unwrap the underlayment and liner. Begin filling the reservoir with water now. It may be easier to install the pump in the vault before setting the vault in the excavation, but for this installation, we set the pump vault in the excavation first. Place the EcoRise diverter in the hole pre-drilled in the pump vault. Unscrew the top union of the check valve with the 2-inch bushing and glue onto the diverter, making sure the threaded ring is in place before gluing. Cut the check valve discharge pipe at perfect cut line B for the TT4000 and glue the 1.5" male threaded end into the bottom of the check valve. Screw the check valve to the discharge of the pump and place the assembly in the vault. Then screw the union back together, making sure the O-ring is in place. An optional fill valve is highly recommended to keep the basin constantly filled, so there's no chance of the pump running dry. One at a time, set each vase on its side and install the 1.5" male thread by 1-inch socket bushing into the 1.5" center inlet inside the vase. Glue one end of the 1-inch pipe into the bushing and set the vase on the Eco-Rise. Run the other end of the pipe into the Eco-Rise diverter, cut to length, and glued into one of the 3 single union outlets. Repeat for the other 2 vases. The unions will allow you to disconnect and reconnect the vases as desired if you wish to adjust their arrangement. If you wish to install an Atlantic ring light at the top of the vase, now's the time. You will need 3 ring lights and cord seal fittings, along with a warm white 4-light wiring kit. Silicone or tape the threads of the 1.5" male adapter and install it in the offset threaded inlet. Feed the cord through, then remove the 1-inch bushing in the light and slide the light over the standpipe. Remove the 4 screws to disassemble the cord seal fitting and fit the rubber seal around the cord. Reinstall the half-moon shaped clamps, making sure that the tops are at 90 degrees to the bottom halves. Reinstall the screws loosely, then slide the cord seal fitting into the male adapter and tighten the screws, alternating across the fitting, until the cord is snug. The included instructions will answer any further questions you may have. With the vases and optional lights installed and the EcoBlox reservoir filled, plug in the pump. Adjust the valves to deliver the desired flow over the vases, using plastic shims if needed to distribute the flow evenly all around the vases. Remove the valve handles and cover the visible understructure with the gravel of your choice to complete the installation. And that's everything you ever wanted to know about installing the Atlantic Aura vases on an EcoBlox reservoir, but were afraid to ask. Check out our Getting to Know videos for more information on this and all our products. Don't forget to like, follow, and share us on social media. See you in the next video.